A lot of developers want to start learning AI engineering because this is a popular topic right now, but they don't really know what to learn. This is why by the end of this video I will show you a simple roadmap from the beginning to the end with all practical skills that you need to learn in order to become an AI engineer. And the first question here is, what is AI engineer at all? Is it a programmer? Is it some new profession? The main problem is that we can't 100% describe this profession, as AI is a really new technology and it is being changed every single day. This is why if you ask different companies who are using AI what they want from AI engineer, you for sure will get different answers. But if we want to describe it globally with just one sentence, I would say it is implementing AI systems in different projects or companies. But it is also extremely important to understand the huge difference. When we're talking about AI engineering, we're not talking about machine learning. What is the difference? Several years ago, it was really popular to invest time in machine learning, which basically brought us AI that we have nowadays. So machine learning is what was used in order to produce such great things like, for example, OpenAI. But AI engineering is something completely different. We're not talking here about machine learning. We're not talking here about building OpenAI from scratch or training new models from scratch. When we talk about AI engineering, we're talking about using existing tools and LLMs, on top of which we're building new stuff. So this is more similar to programmers who are just using some libraries in order to build something on top, sometimes even without knowing how these libraries are working under the hood. Which brings us to the next question. What AI engineer does exactly on most jobs? If you check some vacancies, you typically will see stuff like this. Use frameworks like LangGraph and LangChain. We will talk about them later, but this is something where you need to invest your time in order to become an AI engineer. Secondly is fine-tuning of LLMs. What does it mean? We're using different existing LLMs and we're tuning them with some smaller data in order to give better results for our specific case. You also must have knowledge about selecting an LLM which fits your needs and configuring it correctly. So we can sum this up, we basically take existing LLMs and we integrate them inside projects or tools which will do something on top of them or enhance them. Now we're coming to the good part. If you are already a programmer, it is much easier for you to jump inside AI engineer because a lot of stuff that you need to learn is just plain programming. So you need to be a programmer, know some language and things like variables, conditions, loop, data types, functions, all standard stuff that you have in every single language. So if you worked, for example, with JavaScript, it is a huge plus, but obviously the language number one when we're talking about AI is always Python, because most code is written in Python, and you must know Python in order to use LLMs on a good level. And additionally to that, all these frameworks are also written in Python. So it makes a lot of sense to invest your time in learning Python and more advanced things which are specific to Python. Like for example decorators, generators, packages or modules. So before you even start in learning something about AI engineering, I highly recommend you to invest some time in learning Python just from programming perspective. And additionally to that, you have some generic things that you must know. First of all is Git or GitHub. You are still a programmer, which means you need to know how to work with other team members, commit your files to Git, and use version history. After this, you need to know your editor, like for example VS Code, with usage of Cursor for example, and if you want an IDE, then maybe PyCharm. And you also need to be quite confident in using CLI commands. So it makes a lot of sense to invest a little bit of time in learning at least basic console commands. So as you see, if you are already a developer, most of the stuff you already know. This video is brought to you by DataCamp. As a developer right now, one of the best moves that you can do is learn AI engineering. AI is not some hyped new word right now, it is becoming part of a lot of different products. But the question is obviously where to start. That's exactly why I recommend DataCamp. The Associate AI Engineer track for developers is built to get you into AI the right way, by coding and building from day one. Inside the track you will cover all the AI foundations you need, from Python fundamentals, working with OpenAI API, to Hugging Face, LangChain, embeddings, and vector databases. You will learn prompt engineer techniques, deployment basics, and how to bring AI features into real applications. And if you want to learn even more, DataCamp also offers AI Engineer for Developers Associate certification. This is not just a course, but a full career path that combines multiple courses, guided projects, and assessment. So if you are serious about becoming an AI developer, I will leave links under the video so you can check them out. And there is one more point which students are asking really often. Do you need to know math in order to start AI engineering? Not really, because we're not talking here about machine learning, where it makes a lot of sense, but here we're simply working as programmers. We just use some tools and build on top of them. The next important point is to understand LLMs. For a lot of people, it is still a magic black box which just gives you random answers. But as an AI engineer, you must understand how LLMs are working inside, what are the differences between them and when it makes sense to use this or that, what problems they can have and how to solve them, and understand when you need to pick up, for example, a thinking or a reasoning model. So basically you need to learn more about LLMs, like for example what is GPT, Claude or other things. Now we're coming to working with APIs. And it is not difficult to make API requests to popular LLMs, like for example OpenAI or DeepSeek. This is exactly how we're working with external APIs in different projects. You just need to try it once to see how it's working, but basically you are just doing some API call, you are providing data that you need, and you are getting some response. Additional to that, you might want to look how to use LLMs locally. The most popular tool here would be Ollama or Docker Model Runner, which brings us to AI frameworks that you must know in order to succeed in AI engineering. So what do we need these frameworks for? To create more complex agents and AI systems. And the most popular framework here would be LangChain. It is an open source solution which allows you to build AI tools. For example, you can connect them to databases, create new APIs, custom functions, do sequential chain requests, filter results, use vector databases, and much more. After this, you need to look on LangGraph. And this is a more complex solution which allows you to organize in a graph way your AI agents and AI systems, which means this is similar to orchestration of your tools. You can compare it with, for example, Docker or Docker Compose as a simple solution and Kubernetes in order to orchestrate all your different containers. And you obviously should not forget that just learning frameworks and tools doesn't make you a developer. You need to start building projects. And here I can recommend you at least build several small projects. And if you don't know what to build, these are my ideas for you. It can be, for example, an AI to-do list, where you can just type something to AI and it will add items or remove items or update them inside a to-do list. You can also do something similar with Notes application, where AI will help you to write or organize notes. Or for example, a recommendation app where AI will help you to get some recommendations based on your criteria. Additionally, we have some advanced knowledge that you might also want to look at later. You need to learn things like, for example, prompt engineering, which allows you to make a good prompt or get reliably good answers from AI. You also need to learn fine-tuning in order to tune an existing model with smaller amount of data, which is suitable for your use case. Like for example, you are working in a company with some internal data and you want to make an internal LLM with all knowledge about this company. You also need to learn embeddings and vector databases, so you know how to store or retrieve information from them. Also, you need to learn what are context windows, what size you are getting for inputs or outputs of different models, and what type of data each model accepts. Additionally to that, you might want to look on MCP servers. This is something that can act as a bridge between an LLM and, for example, an API or database via this MCP protocol. And as a nice to have, it is important to know how to deploy your LLM to make it available on production and how to set up all the ecosystem that you need around it. But if you want a guided path to become an AI engineer, check the data camp, which has everything in one place. And I will leave links in the description box below so you can check them today.